Hey guys, so unfortunately I look like crap today. Skin, it's a bit of a mess. Basically we got a new puppy, so it's very exciting. But I'm allergic to dogs, so my skin is just sort of, because I'm not used to it yet. But a few weeks time, it'll be fine. I'll get used to it. I mean, we've got 2 other dogs and that, I'm fine around as long as I don't spend too much time with them. But no, so my skin's being a bit cruddy at the minute, but that'll clear up soon. Anyway, today's video is going to be about a really cool book, a children's book. It's not published yet, but it will be very, very soon. And this book is written by a friend of mine, and he's pretty cool, so, I have the privilege of knowing him, and I have the privilege of being able to read this amazing book before it was published. I got to proofread it, which was pretty cool. So today, with his permission, I'm going to read a bit of the book for you. I'm going to read a bit from the first chapter because I was going to do my favourite bit, but if I read like my favourite, if I find like a really, really good bit that's later on in the book, then no one's going to have any idea what I'm going on about. So I'm going to read a bit from the first chapter. I'll read a little bit of that because I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. So yeah, the book is called Aaron Gray and the Dragon Wars. Now if I've got that wrong, he's going to kill me. Because, yeah, but no, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, and it is written by Mr. David Wilson. And I'll put, he's got this really cool little like blog website about it where he's posting loads of cool stuff, so I'll put a link to that below. I'll also put a link to the really cool Twitter of one of the characters, which is pretty cool. That's fun. It's always fun. So yeah. Here we go then. Aaron Gray was trying to paint a picture of his dream, but he couldn't get the dragon right. He made the wings bigger, then the head. No good, not scary enough. He tore at the paper, ripping it in two. Don't worry about it too much, Aaron. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mrs. Seeger smiled at Aaron from the sofa on the other side of the room. Her smile showed all her crooked teeth, and the sofa made rude noises every time she moved. Aaron ignored the smile and screwed up both pieces of paper, throwing them at Mrs. Seeger. One piece bounced off a small wart on her nose, landing in her lap. The other piece landed on her blouse, leaving a small stain of yellow paint. It does have to be perfect, Aaron moaned. I've been dreaming about the same cruddy dragon for my whole cruddy life, and I can't even get his cruddy head right. Although he was still angry, Aaron was pleased at how many times he'd said the word cruddy. Swear words weren't allowed in the Autumn Grove Children's Home, but cruddy was just about okay, so he used it often. Mrs. Seeger calmly unscrewed the picture and laid it back down on the couch next to her, placing the 2 halves back together. It's lovely. Look at the castle. It looks so real. Don't be stupid. It's the same castle I always draw. Not quite. There are more cracks on the towers and the vines are longer. Yeah, well, that's how it looks in my dream now. Cracks in the towers had appeared in his dreams just after the dragons had started fighting, smashing each other against the castle until their guts fell out their underbellies. It was strange. They'd never fought each other before. At least it gave him something interesting to draw when Mrs. Seeger came to visit. Aaron hated it when Mrs. Seeger visited. It was just one more reminder that he was different from most other kids his age. He looked like a normal 11-year-old, with blonde hair, green eyes and freckles. But normal kids lived at home with their parents, not in a children's home. Aaron was officially looked after by his local council. He had no idea where his mum was, and his dad lived on the other side of town. His social worker, Mrs. Seeger, visited him every few weeks. She wasn't supposed to have come for another week. Aaron guessed there was something she needed to talk to him about. "Aaron, your dad's been in touch," said Mrs. Seeger, still smiling the same crooked smile. "He says he'd really like to see you." Aaron pretended he hadn't heard. Seeger knew the rules. Aaron let her talk about all kinds of things, but his dad was definitely off limits. If she kept talking, then he'd have to get himself a new social worker. Again. He ignored her and picked up a fresh piece of paper, ready to paint another picture. He hummed to himself, filling the awkward silence, humming music that he usually heard in his sleep. A dragon flew through the ceiling, roaring at an invisible enemy. Crud, that was stupid. Whenever Aaron had the dragon dream, there was always the same music, and it hung around after he woke up, echoing around his brain like the music at the end of a film. When he hummed the same tune, he could see the dragons as if they were right in front of him. Aaron stopped humming and the dragon disappeared. Seeger hadn't noticed anything wrong. Nobody ever saw the dragons, apart from Aaron. "Aaron, it might be good for you to see him. And if you like, I can be there too." It took Aaron a few seconds to remember what Seeger was talking about. The appearance of the dragon had made him forget about his dad wanting to see him. Not that it mattered, there was no way he was seeing his dad. Aaron sighed. He'd grown to like Mrs. Seeger, but she'd broken the rules by mentioning his dad. It was time for her to go. Aaron started to paint another picture. He dipped his paintbrush in the black paint and painted a wide-brimmed hat. With his other hand, he gripped the cold jar of water which he had been using to clean his paintbrushes. He'd have to get this just right if he was going to get a new social worker. But he knew what he had to do. It was time to play the crumble game. I'm gonna stop there because, yeah, it's not the whole of chapter 1. But if you wish to carry on reading, chapter 1 happens to be on the website breveny.co.uk. I haven't said that right, but it's all good. But like I said, I'll put a little link to the site in the description. But yeah, so this is like literally, it's a really, really beautiful story. It's lovely, it's really, really well written, and it's just enjoyable, and it's funny, and it's great. Okay, it's really, really good. And honestly, I'm so proud of David for getting this far, because I know how long it took for him to get this all together and to get, you know, this all the way up to it. It's getting published. The book will be available on, I should tell you, give me a second, on Wednesday the 1st of March, and it'll be available as a book and an ebook, which is pretty cool. So that's cool. Make sure you check it out, and yeah, and have a look at the website and the Twitter, and you know, if this is something you think you'd enjoy, or if you've got children, because it is a kid's book. It's like, can't remember the exact audience, that's really bad. But like not little kids, obviously, because it's a proper book. But it's good. I can vouch for it being good. I've read it like multiple times in proofreading and stuff. So, but yeah, have a look, and yeah, buy it when it comes out. You can pre-order for the ebook, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So that's that for today. That's today's video done. And we haven't had any cameras falling today, which is good. Then my camera's very low, which sort of sucks because you can't see the top of my head unless I do this. Never mind. Tomorrow's video will be a bit different because, yeah, well, it just will be. I've got a nice little idea of what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you because that would ruin it. Yeah. That's it for now. And see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Go make yourselves a nice little cup of tea or something and go chill. And see you tomorrow. Bye.